Good evening, gentlemen. Okay, it's October the 13th, Friday the 13th, and it's good to be here. Sorry, but I've only just woken up. No, I wasn't sleeping in a hammock behind me there. I'm actually in very very autumn weather in England. Okay, let's go. Better get my act together. Okay. Anyway. Donald Trump, nice to hear from you there. Oh, by the way, if you're watching this on replay, then hello, good afternoon, good morning. Thanks for joining us, and hopefully you'll stay with us till the end. Okay, Donald Trump is here. Nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Martin Ryder is here. Hello, Martin. Leeds is here. Brian Street, good evening, gentlemen. I do believe in fairies. Good evening to you. Ian Bowden, I'll put that comment on the screen. Ian Bowden, hi all and Eddie. Are you now feeling a sense of excitement for your new life in 3 months? Yeah, excited, very, very excited. Ready to bring it on. Bring it on, man. I'm booked for the new year, and I'm looking forward to it. Nice to hear from you, Ian. Niall M is here. Nice to hear from you. How do you pronounce that name? VVV. Nice to hear from you. So let's see now. Sean Young, Star. Nice to hear from you. John Mitch, good evening all. Weather turning cool and the rainy season in Pattaya should be starting to dry out. I was there last November, wasn't I? There was a lot of rain then, so I wouldn't say it's over just yet. Wayne Ritchie. Hi, Eddie, and everyone else in the chat. I bought your new book yesterday. It was $6.99 USA price. It's good so far. Oh, well, hopefully he'll enjoy it. In case, nice to hear from you, Wayne. In case people don't know which book I'm talking about, it's this one here. Now, this is the KDP, not the KDP. It's on KDP, Amazon. Amazon, okay. It is a it's a Kindle book. That's what it is. It's a Kindle book at the moment. Now I am planning on getting the paperback version out soon, but I've discovered that you can't just upload. You've got to sort out a lot of things before you do the paperback version, like proper formatting. And it's the Kindle, to get the Kindle out was quite easy, but the paperback version, you've got to be a bit more meticulous. So I'm still looking at videos to learn about how to format that and which is the best document to upload to Amazon. So hopefully the paperback version will be out within the next week, definitely. But anyway, thanks for asking, Wayne. Let's see. Simon Goodison will be in Bangkok in March. Might I see you? I don't know. Let me see. Yeah, Bangkok in March. Might I see? I don't know. I might have left Thailand by then because I'm planning on spending the first month or two in Thailand. Maybe longer. I don't know. It just depends really how the visa situation goes. But I'm starting. I think I'm starting off in Thailand, but then I'll probably be going to Cambodia and stay there for a while. So I haven't actually finalised plans just yet. Cats and Good Coffee, nice to hear from you. John Mitch, Eddie, how many copies of your book have you sold? Is it on its way to making the bestseller list? It's not on the way to. What I've discovered, I put that on Facebook, and the consensus was that people would prefer the paperback version. Like I said a moment ago, I'm before I upload the paperback version, I've got to get it right. Like that program, it'll be all right on the night. You've got to be meticulous with the paperback version. You really, really have. So I'm learning about the correct size of the pages, and quite a few other things. And when I get it all spot on, then it'll be uploaded. But the Kindle version is out there anyway. That's all I know. It's out there. Martin Ryder, I see Amazon do a free 30-day trial of ebooks. Does the royalty still get you? Is it? Oh, I don't know. I haven't got a clue. I don't know. Sergio, I to all the mongers in the chat. Eddie, would you ever consider a subscriber meetup and bar hopping in Pattaya? I suppose I'd think about something like that, but you know, right now, I mean, it's well, when I get, it depends what mood I'm in and how much I'm drinking or whatever. I don't know the situation of that just yet. Andrew Hammond, evening, Eddie. I am backpacking and traveling to the Middle East next month, so I do hope situations in those regions don't escalate to neighbouring countries. Well, you know, we can't really talk about what's going on out there right now because it probably isn't allowed. But let's just pray for the civilians on both sides. Let's pray for all the civilians. But when I say pray, I mean I'm not religious or nothing like that. But you know what I mean. You know, like. You know, I just I can't phrase it. We can't really talk about what's happening there just yet. John Kay, waiting for the audio booth, just not the same without Eddie narrating it. Okay, I'm not so sure that that's on the cards. Ginger Joe, evening Eddie, mate. Hope you're well. I've been drink free for 5 days, aiming for a month. Good for you, mate. Well, I started experiment with a couple of days. I mean, back in the month of March, when I was like weaning my way off the alcohol, it was an achievement for me to have the first couple of days of the alcohol. I think I'd done that in the last week of March before finishing altogether. I had one bottle of rum left. And basically, I thought, you know, is this going to last until the end of the month when my deadline is, you know? So, yeah, well, five days is good. 5 days is good. Chris Card is here. Capitonian is here from Cape Town. Nice to hear from you. Ivan, evening, Eddie and lads. At the airport, now bound to Bangkok. Oh, yeah. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you, mate. It sounds good. Lots of people going to Thailand. I can't wait. By the way, this is Cadbury's drinking chocolate. This is, but it's not the version that I like. The co-op, I mean, if anyone from the co-op is watching, get your act together. Get the proper hot chocolate version. This is hot chocolate, but it's not the same. This is the one in the straight tub. I like the one in the curvy tub. That's the better one. Oh, they need a new delivery of it. Ian Barton, I am waiting at the arrival of my new passport anytime now. 98 quid by the post office. Well, I got mine. I got mine. Have I got a picture of my passport? And more importantly, do you want to see? Do you want to actually see? I mean, do you actually want to see my Oh, I'm going to have to get to my... Not that. No, get that off. Yeah, anyway, my new passport. Can I get a picture of it? Can I get this one up there? No, can I get that? No, I can't. No, I can't get it. Anyway, I've got a new passport, brand spanking new. It arrived the other day. I done it through the co-op. No, I did. No, what am I talking about? I'm getting confused with that chocolate. I didn't do my passport through the co-op. I did it through the post office. And it took 2 weeks to come through, just 2 weeks. I done it on the Saturday, and it came 2 weeks to follow on Monday. So it's basically a couple of weeks. Very, very efficient. And it's nice and shiny. And also, it's a UK passport. It's got a sort of black cover, as opposed to the old EU one. So anyway, at least that's something I don't have to worry about for the next 10 years. Telecom is here. Nice to hear from you, Telecom. Is it all okay? Good evening, Eddie and everyone else in the chat. Telecom is in Minnesota, and I've been watching an awful lot of videos on America right now, North America. I've been watching driving videos. Don't ask me why, but I've been watching driving videos to the United States, and some of those that countryside looks absolutely magnificent. And because it's a big country, I mean, I'm looking through at roads that are not like the roads we have here in the UK. I mean, there's a lot less cars on their roads. So where did I looked at Connecticut, or connect, you know, a driving video in autumn time, and oh, it looks lovely. And anyway, nice to hear from you, Telecom. John Quayle, looking forward to another live stream at 6 a.m. in Brisbane, Australia. Okay, all the best here anyway. I hope it sounds like a nice place to be. Judge Farang, nice to hear from you. McLaren F1 race. Thank God, Eddie. Getting bored and watching e-beggars. Okay. Who on earth would that be? I'm not an e-beggar. We obviously talk about other people there. Nice to hear from you, Clive. Okay, Cyber Cow. Evening, Eddie. How are you doing? Okay, nice to hear from you, mate. Nice to hear from you. Wayne Ritchie, smash the like button, everyone, and let's make Eddie happy. Okay, that's fine. That's really, really good of you, mate. I'm not sure what we're going to talk about tonight because this is a travel channel. But if you have any suggestions, anything that you want to talk about traveling, I'm off to Thailand. I'm starting in Thailand in the new year, and basically I won't be coming back. I'll be hopping from Thailand to Cambodia. That will be my next stop after Thailand, definitely. But I haven't actually worked out an itinerary just yet. All I know is, you know, I'll be going out there one way. Category Coffee. Today I found out that several bars and restaurants in Sukhumvit, Soy 11, have been demolished. The ones close to Zanzibar. Oh, they're always building something out there, aren't they? Soy 11. I don't really go to that one very much. Gaz 77. Nice to hear from you, mate. Gaz, for those who are not familiar, Gaz dresses up as a woman, and he likes shoplifting around Asda and then taking a dump on the floor. Gaz 77. Hi, Eddie. I'm in Mexico. Been eating a lot of Mexican food. Good for you, mate. You've been out there for a while. That sounds really, really good. Good for you. Okay. Plenty of tacos to you. Nice to hear from you, Gaz. Just don't get locked up, please. Janine Jones from Newcastle. Janny Jones. Nice to hear from you, Janny. Let me see. Scott from Scotland. Okay, nice to hear from you. Nicholas is here from Laos. Good morning from Laos. It's 3 a.m. here, everybody. 3 a.m. in Laos. Now I've been to Laos, and it's a lovely country, you know, but it didn't really do for me. But in terms of somewhere to stay long term. I was looking at that place, Van Vieng. I have been to Van Vieng, and it's probably with a lot of youngsters, but it looks like quite a pleasant town. I like Van Vieng more than I like some of the other places. So I was actually looking at some accommodation in Van Vieng in Laos, but I'm not sure about the visa situation there. Let's see. V. Do you think the new what is V? What does that TV say? It's a science fiction one. I never actually watched it. I didn't actually watch that series, but it was on TV about 40 years ago, and it was heavily advertised, wasn't it? It was an American series. It was shown on British TV. I always remember, the advert for it. Is this alien guy? You look very, very English. Stepping off a spaceship and saying, "We have come because we need your help." I seem to recall it was something like that. Anyway, V, what was the question again? Do you think the new trouble abroad is going to see energy prices and travel, etc., rise dramatically? I suspect so. God knows. God knows, mate. God knows. Let's just all hope for the best. Joe Hart, nice to hear from you. Richie Rich, good evening, Eddie. Can't wait to be in Thailand on the 2nd of November. Only 19 more days. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Good for you. Yogi Bear, good evening, Ed, and good evening, chat. I told you your passport would turn up after you got the message. It meant they are dealing with it. Yeah, Jesus, how many messages did he need to send me? But at least it's here now. It's here. It's all done and dusted. And it looks very, very nice and clean. Okay. Let's see. McLaren F1 race. 5 go to Scarborough. Somehow I don't think that'll be quite the same. Martin Ryder, 3rd gen Kindles on eBay for 20 quid. Really? Niall M, read your book during the week. Really, or read your book during the week. Really enjoyed it. Well done, Ed. So there you go. There you go. There's a review there. Niall M. It's out on Amazon Kindle at the moment. Ed Sweeney's 5 go to Pattaya. I was hoping to have the paperback version out by now, but it's more complicated to do that. You've got to get it spot on. A paperback is something that you've got to get right. Well, you've got to get the Kindle right as well. But anyway, thanks for your input there, Niall. Anyway, cheers. Ian Bowden. Barb is watching. Hello, Barb. Nice to hear from you. Barb is watching tonight too, and she's keeping your ebook to read when we're in Nam in Thailand from mid-January. Oh, that sounds terrific. That's well, I might see it because I'm going to be out that way. Not necessarily Vietnam just yet. Brian Street, breaking news. Stumble and Soy 4 Bangkok have taken over Big Dog's bar to make it a big bar for people watching. Well, they are the most obvious places in Soy 4, but I think I've done Soy 4 to death, really. I mean, Big Dogs and the Stumble Inn, yeah, I've been in there a bit in there of a daytime, but you know, I mean, is that going to make too much difference to anyone? Really, I wouldn't have thought so. Daniel Mills, good evening. Martin Ryder, why did you buy a return flight? You only need an onward ticket, but they never check anyway. I don't know. It just seemed to me the price was right, and I thought, what the hell? You know, the thing is, they'll ask lots of questions. Probably a Heathrow, they'll ask lots of questions. I thought for the price that I paid for it, just get it over and done with. Really. Chris Little, what's the plan with the teetotal stuff, mate? Well, I've done a video about that the other day, and when I'm in like a tropical climate like that one behind me, I mean it's going to be not easy to not drink beer. I'll cross that bridge when I come to it. Let's see, Charlie, plenty of Schweppes ginger ale in the 7-12s for you, Eddie. 16 baht a can. Well, that sounds nice, but have they got the diet version? Because the diet version is what I've been drinking, and it has helped me enormously to lose weight. Simply because, you know, when you want a nice drink of a night time, it's the co-op diet ginger ale just goes down perfect. I drink gallons of it, and it's really helped me to stay off the booze. The full body ginger ale is probably high in calories. Cats and good coffee. Steady Eddie travels. I've recently watched one of the many people watching videos of Bangkok, and I would swear I saw the girl you met in Cambodia in Bangkok. The one you asked, "Are you a dude?" Oh, I can't remember which one. I can't remember. I can't remember. But anyway, thank you for that. Paul Harrison leaves for Bangkok in 5 days. Get there in 6. Can't wait. Good for you, mate. Good for you. Johnny Jones. Hi, Eddie. Apart from Camper, where else did you like in Cambodia? Well, I like Siam Reap a lot. Siam Reap is a good town. It's a really good town. It's a very pleasant, very nice town, and it's just a nice town to walk around day or night. And it's got Angkor Wat, but I've been to Angkor Wat 3 times, so I wouldn't do that again, really. But you know, in terms of restaurants and prices and all this kind of stuff, Siam Reap is really nice. Phnom Penh is terrific, but it's not as good as it was, basically, because a lot of the most characterful places seem to be, you know, very run down now, like 51 Street. And I like Kampot. Basically, there's not a massive amount of choice in Cambodia. It doesn't have as much to offer as Thailand, but I like the place anyway. So I like Camp Up, but I like Siem Reap. What I did hear the other day from a For Real, you know, they're very, very good. You know, so I was watching some of their videos the other day, and apparently Campot is not very good for renting an apartment. You don't have as much choice. Siem Reap is a far better choice. So I think I'll be heading to Siem Reap. Richie Rich, Andrew Hamilton, and the Saudi Bahrain, Oman, are all safe, no issues in these countries. Depends. Okay, that's about the Middle East. Let's see. Kiwi, clear spirits, my new go-to. No calories, no beer gut, hardly a hangover, and still fun times. Okay. Ian Bowden, a Scouser living in gorgeous Devon. Travel loads, got a successful YouTube channel, made a book. At 61, as you've done good. Good on you, mate. Okay, thank you. That's very, very nice of you to say so. Lisa Dale. Oh yeah, here's a note of positivism. I'm going to drink to Lisa Dale a nice hot chocolate to her. Lisa Dale, as soon as you move to Pattaya, you will fall off the wagon 100%. Thank you. Thank you, Lisa. That is very, very kind and very, very supporting of you, Lisa. I'm gonna get the picture of Lisa up once again. Once again, for those who haven't seen it. No, it's not there. It's not there. There we go. We've got a picture of Lisa somewhere. Yeah, this is a picture of Lisa Dale on holiday. There you go, Lisa Dale on holiday, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. As soon as you, Lisa Dale, as soon as you move to Pattaya, you will fall off the wagon. I think that chappie on the left there is looking at you and thinking you're a bit of a wagon. Hopefully he doesn't fall off you. Anyway, that's Lisa Dale. Nice to hear from you, Lisa. Let's see. Paul Hoskin. Hello, Ed. Will you be indulging in eating your favourite foods before you go? Favourite foods? Well, I had a nice chicken dinner. My best mate came around last night and we had a chicken dinner together. And I haven't really ate too much chicken recently, simply because by the time I get to the co-op, on the days I get to the co-op, their chicken always looks like it's about to go out of date. But we had a lovely chicken dinner last night. And indulging in my favourite of foods. Well, I'm still eating my co-op lasagnas and co-op lasagna. And I rather like those, those crispy co-op sausage rolls. I quite like those as well. Yeah, Martin Ryder, Lisa Dale. How many Gambian sausages have you had today? Oh, Jesus Christ, you can take a lot of them, you can. Let me see now. Daniel Mills, have you tried the Aero Mint hot chocolate? It's very nice. I don't believe I have. I'd like to try that. I'd like to try it. I like the co-op Cadbury's hot chocolate, the one that comes in a curvy jar. That's lovely, that is. But this one, the one that comes in the straight one, it's not in the same league. Apparently, you can get a Galaxy one as well. Yeah, everything explored. I'm going to take this up because it's a bit oh. I bought that thing, that hoodie, that thick hoodie when I was in Thailand. Christ knows why you need it there. Everything explored. I've missed all this leaving permanently stuff. Will you take a retirement visa? I won't be getting a Thailand retirement visa. I won't be doing that because it's more complicated than that. It's I will be still doing my YouTube channel and I'll still be, no secret that I'll be earning advertising revenue from it. Yeah, you know, so it's all getting very, very strange. The rules on tax and all this other kind of stuff. I pay tax in England on whatever I earn. I have done for years, and I don't know. I won't be taking a retirement visa in Thailand simply because my plan is to be living in other countries. I'll probably hop between Cambodia and Thailand for the most part. I don't see that as a problem. And now that I've got my new 10-year passport, at least that's something I won't have to worry about for the next 10 years. Hard Tulip, nice to hear from you. Carl Foster, may the force be with you. Okay, thank you. Hard Tulip. Ed, did you provide the post office with a digital photograph or a paper one? The young guy at the post office took me into a back room and took my photograph with his sort of iPad, something, this sort of thing, much to the discontentment of the queue that had formed behind me. It was a Saturday morning, and when I got to the front of the queue, there was only a couple of people behind me, but then I was, you know, answering questions about you know, my details for the passport, and then he said, "We're going to take your photograph, whatever." And by now, a big queue had formed in a post office on a Saturday morning with only one person behind the counter. And they were getting a bit disgruntled. You know, I was expecting some bastard to say, he's getting his passport done, this fellow. Why doesn't he do it online like the rest of us? Because I would have answered. I mean, the last time I had my passport done was 10 years ago. I think once in every 10 years is about enough, isn't it? You know what I mean? Can be excused. So yeah, I mean, the guy in the post office took my picture. Ivan, Cats and Good Coffee. That's amazing. This is my third trip this year, but I only managed to go 2 weeks max each time due to work. Oh, well, you're doing well, mate. Anyway, you're doing well. Life Utopia. Ed, how's the weight loss going? I'm thinking, well, what the hell's that as a replacement for lunch recently? Still hungry after it. I'm actually eating. Let me see a minute. I'm actually eating okay. Not as much as I was eating before, but I've cut out the booze. I've ditched the booze. That's made all the difference. I was probably taking well over 1,000 calories a week in alcohol, you know, various alcohol, beer, wine, spirits, all that kind of stuff. Probably about 10,000 calories a week, you know, well over 1,000 calories a day, probably about 10,000 a week. And that's what's made all the difference, you see. That's why the weight has dropped off me. So, although I'm still eating and, you know, reasonable anyway, not as much as it was. Tony, keeping it clean. Edward, good to see you. I just moved into my apartment in Phnom Penh this morning. Looking forward to starting a new life in Cambodia. Well done with your abstinence. It's a good achievement. Okay, that's good. Good for you, mate. Anyway, I wish you the best of luck. Wish you the best of luck. Good for you. Yeah. Kipax. Hi, sexy. Hopefully he's talking about hair, not me. Dark Angel, Cali. So is Thailand getting unfriendly with Western white expats? No, they're not. What about Latin American and Asian tourists? Well, yeah, you know, I don't know if Thailand met that many Latin American tourists. I've never really seen many Hispanics in Thailand. Not really. I mean, they tend to have beach places of their own, really. But no, I've never really met that many of them there. As for Asian tourists, you do get a lot of Indians and Chinese, but you know, they're cool. They're all cool. I mean, Thais are not getting unfriendly with white expats, no, definitely not. Judge Farang, let's talk about traveling by sea with dinghy. You know, is that on? For those who don't know, I have another channel, a Steady Eddie Live channel, where we talk about things other than travel. And I gave that a miss this week simply because, you know, a lot of the stuff that's on the news is probably not appropriate to talk about at this day and age. But also with regards to the dinghy people and all that kind of stuff, we talked about that. So I mean, the news has become really, really dull right now, except for the dreadful happenings in the Middle East, which we don't really want to talk about here. So dinghies, no, it's not really on the menu tonight. Anyway, I reckon they should put Lisa Dale on the beach, and that'd frighten the bastards off. Ian Bowden, some of my favourite drives I've ever done were in hire cars in California, Highway 1, and through never-ending Joshua Tree desert roads. Bliss. I'd like to do that. I would like to. I'd like to drive through some of those American roads. I mean, what are they like for potholes and all that? Because I've seen a video where someone was complaining about potholes in Los Angeles and places like that. But yeah, I mean, driving through America, I would love to do that, because I mean, you look at it, us in Britain, we're a tiny little island, and yet we've got about 65 million people here clogging up the roads. You add to that temporary traffic lights and all the other bollocks that goes with it. Yeah, I think one thing I would like to do is that, but I've never got around to it, and I don't think it's on the cards really. Yogi Bear, Yogi Bear. Okay, he's talking here about Bernie Ecclestone, the Formula One owner, who got a 652 million fine. I mean, how much is this guy worth? And Christ Almighty, he's probably well over 80. He must be pushing 90. This fella. I mean, how long's he going to live? I mean, if that's the fine that he got for not declaring some tax, then Christ Almighty, how much is he worth? And it must be heartbreaking, to die and leave all that money behind. But then again, he probably does live a rather good life anyway. Good for him. Percy's reviews. Is Thailand still good for the ladies, or are they not interested no more? Ed? It's no, that's it. That's interesting. I'm tempted to say, of course, it's good for the ladies. The ladies are still there, and the ladies love you. You know what I mean? They love your wallet and all that kind of stuff. Are they not interested? Of course, they're interested. Of course, the ladies are interested out there. But I think a more appropriate question is, are the ladies in Thailand as good as they were? Okay. So in that case, I think we'll ask that question. Okay. Courtesy of Percy Reviews. That's a good question. Okay, so is that a bit of a bigoted way of phrasing things? Let's see. No, I'll just put it this way. I'll just put it this way. Okay, so the question is, with regards to Percy, and with a name like that, he's probably experienced a few Thai girls. The question is, are Thai girls as good as they were? Okay. When I'm saying are Thai girls as good as they were, with regards to all that goes with Thai girls, being welcoming and friendly, and is a lot of trustworthy. A lot of them I found were very, very trustworthy, and basically as good as they were, for every reason you can think of, as good as they were. Are Thai girls as good as they were? Kipax, is that the real Lisa Dale? Oh, she looks something like that. Seamus Doherty, any chance of you visiting the Philippines? It's not really on the cards for me right now, the Philippines. I've been to the Philippines twice, and I liked it a lot better the second time I went there. But since that was before the pandemic, and since the pandemic, the Philippines, oh, it's not really on the cards for for me right now. The problem with the Philippines is that it involves an aeroplane from the other countries. I mean, Thailand, Cambodia, Vietnam, even Laos, you can do all of those by land. Whereas if you're going to go to the Philippines, you have to get a flight and all that kind of stuff. And the Philippines is great. It's I liked it a lot better the second time I went there, but I don't really think it's in the league of Thailand in terms of the women and the safety. And Thailand is still a safer country than the Philippines. There's no doubt about that. I'd like to see more of the Philippines, but it's not on the cards right now. Who's it? Hard to. Don't you fancy living in the UK for 6 months and Asia for 6 months? I'm done with the UK. I've done that sort of thing for years and years and years. I've been abroad for up to 6 months a year, and sometimes I've even been out the country for longer than that. 6 months. There comes a time when, I mean, the reason I come to the UK, return to the UK, is mainly because I work here, and basically, I'm ditching all of that. I'm ditching the UK, and there comes a time when I just don't want to be going back and forwards. I want to go on a flight and not come back again. So I want to, I don't want to be here and there. I want to be just there, basically. Cyber cow. So if you move it, yeah. Whatever. We're not mentioning other bloggers here, and also I don't actually mention my personal fans. I've got to make this clear. People ask me questions, about if I'm retiring abroad, what am I selling, but what am I financing? This, I don't actually, answer questions on my own personal finances because I keep those to myself. All I know is that I'm going abroad and I've got enough money to get by and all that kind of stuff. I'll be okay. I'll be quite comfortable. Not rich, but I'll be quite comfortable. You know what I mean? So I don't give out my personal finances. Bill Ding, would you like to be on Big Brother TV shows contestant? Didn't Big Brother start out with ordinary people on there, and then they found later that they had to have celebrities or people who were well known in the media to go on there? It's not something I've ever really watched, to be honest with you. Jay Darko, I've been to Thailand and Cambodia, but don't you get bored of being a slave to manky bar girls? Are you accusing me of being a slave? What are you saying exactly? Are you saying that they tie me to something and then whip me? Are you accusing me of getting whipped by Thai girls? Is that what you're saying? Sounds a bit bizarre, that does. Bit of a bizarre comment. Anyone ever get whipped? Would you be into that? Would you be into that sort of thing? Handcuffed? No bloody way. Would I ever let any female handcuff me? No bloody chance. Imagine a girl, you're getting it on with her, and she says, "You fancy?" I have come across that. Are you interested in handcuffs? That sort of thing. It's a firm, unequivocal no. I mean, Jesus, they might leave you tied up there and bloody rob you. No chance. I wouldn't trust anyone to handcuff me. And I wouldn't trust the bloody busies either for what it's worth. Let me see. Paul Hoskin, nice to hear from you, Paul. There's no point in buying the bar girls drinks in the bar anymore if you fancy it. I don't know, bars and bar fines and it's not, they're all becoming extortionate. Lady drinks and bar fines and not only that, but they usually want you to buy a mated drink as well. This is my best mate. Can you buy her a drink as well? It's a you spend a bloody arm and a leg before you even get a knickers down. I mean, for Christ's sake. Yeah, Kipax. V was awesome. I never actually watched it. I never actually watched V. I didn't get around to watching V. But I do remember that scene where the guy steps out of a spaceship and says, "We have come because we need your help." Because I seem to have seen that bit over and over on the TV. Let's see. Dino Taylor, what do you reckon to the sex trafficking allegations against people in Pattaya? I think it's a load of bollocks, personally. Absolutely a load of bollocks. It may possibly exist in some extremely shady outlets. But I mean, so in Pattaya, there's women around left, right, and bloody centre. I don't support that at all. The women go there because that's their chosen way of making money. I mean, we all do jobs that we don't necessarily want to do. We do it for the money. The women go and work in Pattaya. And at the end of the day, a lot of those girls in Pattaya have a great sense of humour. And it's not really, it's not possible. If those girls are being forced into anything, which I'm pretty sure they're not, it's not possible to force a girl to have a sense of humour. I mean, as someone who's travelled the world and been around women and had me fun and all that, I know when a girl's happy and when she's not happy. What do you reckon to the sex? People, I think it's a load of bollocks, mate. I think it's a load of bollocks. The girls are there because they want to be there. That's the way. I'm not saying that doesn't exist. What you said, but I think it only exists to people who go looking for that sort of thing for some shady bloody reasons. Yeah, you know. So anyway, where were we? Stephen Johnson. These Asian working girls are wasting time because you need to wear protection. You'd be better finding a hot Asian girl what you can blow. Okay, fair enough. Gaz77. I almost got cut. I'm gonna before. Yeah. I'm just gonna grab myself a quick. What do we call it? Oh, anyway, one quick watching me call it later. Geez, I get through some of this co-op diet ginger ale, but it's bloody good stuff. There are some things that the co-op do right. Oh, lovely stuff. I've tried the Asda and the Morrison's version, and they're not in the same league. I'm going to miss that stuff. You know, in years to come, you know, when I'm living abroad, if anyone says to me, what do you miss most about the UK, I'll probably reply co-op diet ginger ale. Anyway, Gaz77, I almost got caught nicking beer from the shop on my first night. He's in Mexico. Luckily, a guy walked out at the same time, and I didn't. The security guard thought it was that guy who set the alarm. Oh, you jammy bastard. You jammy bastard. Good for you. Ian Bowden, when you live in Southeast Asia, have you any ideas of what time you will be doing your live chat? Well, I'll be renting an apartment somewhere, so I won't be doing live chat at this time because this will be the early hours of the morning, you see, and be the early hours of the morning, and my voice in the middle of I'm a bit of a night owl anyway, but you know, my voice is quite loud, really, especially when I get excited. Especially when I see that picture of Lisa Dale, you know, I get kind of excited, as you know. And I don't want anyone in the middle of the live stream banging on my door. Keep the bloody noise. I don't want any of that. So I'll be doing it. And you know, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I haven't decided. Uh, anyway, Telecom. They ate the rats. I've seen that clip. I've seen that clip, and I never actually got round to actually. I never actually got round to seeing that series. Jay Darko, Paul only saps by a lady drinks. Yeah, teacher Mike, we back on the lager? No, I haven't touched a drop in years. Kipax, Eddie, wonder what time you'll be doing live streams in Thailand. I haven't decided that yet. Obviously, there's a time difference there. Simon Goodson, I've travelled through Northern Laos in early 2020. I don't think I'll be going back. Yeah, it's nice, but it's not the most exciting country. Gaz77, I'm in Mexico until at least mid-February, and then I'm thinking about going to Brazil. I'm certainly not going back to that shit old place called the UK. You're thinking of going to Brazil? I wonder will Gaz be nicking from there? Yeah, you know, the stores in Brazil. Well, because they all the bloody security guards have big revolvers there. You know, you know, be careful there, Gaz. We wouldn't want anything nasty happen to you, would we? No. Paul Hoskin, it's actually hard to you. Why only 5? Yeah, Paul Hoskin, is the next move going to be 5 go with Lisa? She'd probably take a lot more than that at once. Kipax, can we stop talking about travel? I still don't get. Well, this is a travel channel, unfortunately, Kipax. Imran Khan, what is the name of the ebook, please? Well, they asked for it. So anyway, the name of the ebook is Pattaya. No, it's 5 Go to Pattaya. It's basically about 5 scousers who've never traveled much before, but they get told Pattaya in Thailand is a hot place, dirt cheap, and all the other stuff. They listen to a bullshitter who tells them everything's dirt cheap and all that kind of stuff. The kind of BS person that you've probably heard before. So they go out to Thailand, Pattaya, and they quickly realize it's nowhere near as cheap as what they thought it was going to be. Some of them run out of money. They all end up at each other's throats and end up in a lot of shite, basically. So anyway, that's what it's about. The Kindle version is available now on Amazon, but the paperback is coming soon. It's coming soon. So anyway, where are we now? So anyway, are Thai girls as good as they were? The one guy, nice to hear from you. Martin Ryder, there is no immigration at Heathrow flying out. Yeah, I know, but they do ask you questions. I've had people asking me questions. You know, when I had a 6-month return ticket, you know, someone say, you know, what have you got a 6-month visa or this kind? They still ask questions. They still ask questions. To be honest with you, Christopher King. Hi Eddie, Chris and Kitty. Hello, Chris and Kitty. Nice to hear from you. Liverpool, England. Where are you going in Asia? I will be going to Thailand and Cambodia. That's where I'll be going. We'll see about other countries, but I'll do those countries first of all. We'll see what happens. I haven't actually, you know, finalized anything just yet. Smashed. I like Smashed. Smashed was one of my first subscribers to this channel. Smashed. Evening, Ed. As the excitement of making the move full time to Thailand set in, yeah, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. You know, just bring it on. Bring it on. Only a few little loose ends to tie up, and I'll be gone. Nice to hear from you, Smashed. Slapman Shark. Good luck on your travels, Eddie. Have you thought about buying a cheap condo in Thailand to get yourself on the property ladder? No. I'm not buying any properties out there, simply because I've owned a property abroad before, And the problem with owning a property abroad is that you're tied to it. And I don't want to be staying in the one place for now. I've got my reasons for that, but I will be moving about a bit. And also with my YouTube channel, I've got to think of that. I mean, if I stay in the one place, I think the videos will get awfully dull after a while. So I like to move about a bit. I think that now I'm physically capable of moving about, hopping on and off buses and all trains and all that kind of stuff. I've lost a couple of stone in weight, and I feel all the better for it. So I won't be buying anything. I can do without the stress level of all of that, to be honest with you. Let's see. Carl Foster, Eddie the Pattaya pothead. No, never touched the stuff. So anyway, Eason, man, great to hear from you, Eason, man. The trouble with that bridge you're going to cross, Eddie, is there's a load of bars at each end of it. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. I mean, with regards to drinking, I posted that video the other day. I mean, I will be visiting Pattaya because I love Pattaya, and also I meet a lot of people in Pattaya. I meet a lot of people on the street, and 98% of them are really, really good. You're always going to get a couple of not so good ones, but I would like to. Yeah, I'll sit down and I'll have a drink with some people, and I still don't think I could go to Pattaya without having a beer. We'll see what happens there anyway. I'll tell you about it, but when we get there. But anyway, thanks. Nice to hear from you, decent man. Martin Ryder, sod the temples. Give me the powers any day of the week. Yeah, I'm with you there, mate. I'm with you there. Jay Darko. When I went to Thailand in 06, it was like 90 pence for a beer. Now I've heard it's £4. It hasn't gone up that much. It's. I mean, for a beer, well, it depends what kind of beer you want. I mean, if you want imports and all that, they're going to be more expensive. In in Bangkok, some of the more touristy bars, you can pay £4 there. Some of the ones that serve pints, you expect to pay about £4 a pint. Yeah. Also, don't forget, when you are in some of the bars in Bangkok, when they're serving you 33 cl bottles of beer at about 160 baht, and some of them even charge more than that. That's about £4 a beer, basically. And that's not even a pint. That's only a 33 cl. So yet they are expensive when you work it out that way. They are, but most of the places in Pattaya, they're not that expensive. Yeah. Charlie, I will look in the 7-Elevens in the morning to see if they have the calorie-free ginger ale for you. Oh, that's very, very kind of you. That's very, very kind. That's very kind of you. Okay. Brown Street, Ed, when you up sticks, is it a case of just taking the suitcase and sort everything else? Sort everything else. I've got things to sort out beforehand, but I've already done all of that. I've already done the sorting out, and anyway. So yeah, I'll be bring it on basically. Eason, man, departure dates now need to be 2 days before you become a tax resident. Need to be 2 days before you become a tax resident. Oh, okay, that's good to hear. Yeah, that's that idea of there was a lot of controversy about Thailand forcing expats to pay tax on any earnings and all this. I don't think anything's been finalised yet. I mean, it's all a bit of a minefield, and it's all very, very complicated. So I'm not really going to be discussing it here. But yeah, thanks for your info anyway. Eason, man, has great information, absolutely great information about everything. Jay Darko, Gambia pisses all over Southeast Asia and every area, well kept secret. Are you suggesting that this lady here, this delightful female, likes being pissed on I mean, you know, is that what you? Yeah, she probably bloody does. She's probably kinky. She probably likes that sort of thing. Let's get that off here. Where are we now? So, yeah, Mal, who will be phoning in tonight? I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to get that off the screen. And I'm going to put this on the screen anyway. This on the screen. That is a phone number. We had an American caller the other week, and he was a really, really good guy. He was a really, really, really good guy. And it was a really, really good phone call. And that number there on the screen, I've used that on the Steady Eddie live channel many a time. It is not a scam phone call. There's no scam involved. It's a simple pay-as-you-go phone. And whatever you pay for your phone calls, I mean, that's basically what it is. That's your business. You might have a contract where it's all included. I don't know. But anyway, there's no scam involved in that phone call because enough people have actually phoned in. So there's nothing shady about it. So feel free to phone that number and talk a bit about travel or whatever you want to talk about. And as long as it's nothing too controversial or it doesn't defame other people. We've got a caller. We've got a caller already. We've got one already. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Hello?
Hi, Eddie.
Hello, who am I speaking to?
Nottingham.
It's Barry in Nottingham.
Okay, I don't know if you've ever been, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Thailand, you're moving to Thailand. 10 years ago, I went there and I lived there for 6 months.
Yeah.
Having been there many times before on holiday. And all I can say is it's a totally experience when you live there. Because generally you're not living in touristy areas.
Yeah.
And what I found is after a few weeks, I began to crave the tourist areas like Nana, Sukhumvit and all that sort of places. And I found myself having to go there at night to sort of get back what I used to have.
Yeah.
The normal Thai life, to be honest, was a bit boring.
Well, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm totally with you there, Barry. I mean, I will be going there first time as someone. Don't forget, I won't just be staying in Thailand. I will definitely be staying for quite a while in Cambodia. I like Siam Reap a lot. I really, really like Siam Reap a lot.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. I mean, if you live somewhere, you will be behaving differently than when you're in the tourist. You won't be under the time limit to live it up. I mean, but I think that's down to you as a person, isn't it? It's up to you as a person to be realistic about that. I mean, when I step off the plane, in Bangkok, I'll probably go straight to Pattaya, and I'll meet people, and I'll go in bars, and I'll have a laugh and a joke with people. But in the back of my mind, I will know this is under a time limit. I may do that for the first month. I may even be out and about and partying and whatever for the first 2 months, but I'm certainly not going to be doing that permanently. Definitely not. And you've got to be realistic, you see.
Exactly.
And disciplined.
It's a totally different thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
I just hope you're not too disappointed. That's all I'm saying.
No. I've travelled to that country enough times. Enough times, to know the script with it. So I don't think I will be disappointed because I know what to expect. When you say some of the places are a bit, a bit dull. I mean, I've personally found that some of those Thai towns, those little Thai towns, which are some of them can be quite dull. And I didn't really feel. But don't forget, I was traveling during the pandemic. I went. Where did I? I went to that town that you go to. I can't even remember what it was called now. Before you go to the islands of, Koh Samui and Koh Tao and all of those kinds. I can't even remember the name of the town now. But I thought that was very, very dull place. And some of those smaller Thai towns.
I would recommend a place like Onut. which is not too far from Sukhumvit.
Oh yeah.
It's a good compromise because there's lots of expats live there.
Yeah.
I rented a flat there. There's a few bars. Well, yeah, it's good enough, and it's a good compromise between the main tourist areas, if you like, and the normal Thai, what you might describe as boring areas. Because I don't think a lot of people realise if you go to Thailand and you stayed in normal suburban Thailand, because Thais don't drink in the main, so there isn't that many bars. There's no bars, in fact, in some areas. So, I'd recommend Nut.
I've heard about on Nut. Can I just say a moment, Barry? Thanks to Landwater. A big thank you for that super chat. For the great info you provide to us. Good luck in your endeavours. Okay, thank you. Thanks for that super chat. Very kind of you, Landwater. Cheers, mate. So anyway, carry on, Barry. Yeah.
I was saying, it's a brilliant area to live.
I have heard that. I actually went to on Nut. Nut.
It's about 5 stops down from.
I did actually go there. I mean, a channel that I do watch, and a terrific channel about Bangkok is Bangkok Pat. Is that his channel?
Yeah, I watched that. Yeah, good.
Yeah, terrific. And I know he done some stuff on Nut. He does some terrific stuff. Absolutely. I'll have all the time in the world to explore these things. See, the thing is, my YouTube channel will be a little bit different because I'll have more time to explore some of these places and whatever. I won't be under the time limit as before. But
I'll be there February, March, so hopefully may meet up with you.
Okay, that'd be nice. But I must admit, one town that I really, really do like, and it's a town where I can feel very, very relaxed and wake up and enjoy, it is Siem Reap in Cambodia. I do like that town a lot. It's a very, very sunny and very, very welcoming town, and it's in a good location.
Easy to travel to from Bangkok?
Yeah. I've traveled there a lot of times from Pattaya, and when the road was up and running, the border crossing, there were companies that would take you from Pattaya to Siem Reap in about 9 hours, which is fine by me. I mean, I've done that journey many a time, but a lot of those companies weren't operating last time. I don't want to be flying into Siem Reap Airport because they built a new airport there, and apparently it's miles out of town. I'd much rather go there by land, basically. So, but I do like Siem Reap a lot. That is a town where I could certainly spend a lot of time in. I don't think I'd get bored there.
Give it a try. To be honest, I've never really ventured beyond the borders of Thailand.
Yeah.
I worry about is it safe and all this, and because I'm 10 years older than you, so you tend to feel a bit vulnerable.
Yeah, absolutely. But I'll be traveling. So other than Thailand, have you been to other Southeast Asian countries?
Well, Singapore. I've travelled down on the train to Singapore.
Yeah.
I've done all Australia. I used to live there. Antarctica, if that counts.
Well, that sounds fantastic. That sounds very, very good. That sounds really adventurous.
I was working there. I'm a geologist, so I was working there.
That sounds amazing. You're a geologist. That sounds amazing.
Yeah, well, not amazing, but some people find it boring. I can tell you about the geology of Thailand if you want.
Yeah. Oh, that's
it's still a country on the move. That's all I can tell you. It's been affected by India.
India
crashed into Asia basically, and it's still having ramifications on Thailand and Cambodia and all that coast.
Yeah. Well.
As I say, that's boring stuff.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't think I don't think I'll regret moving at all. Really, I mean, just look at the state of the UK now. That you've got to come to a decision. I mean, I don't want to be.
But I don't know whether that's a generational thing, to be honest with you, because I did put a comment up. I don't know if you saw it.
Yeah.
I started work in 1967.
Yeah.
And I always remember this guy, he was in his 50s, really old, as I thought. I was 16. And he said to me, if I were you, I'd move abroad. This country's finished.
Yeah.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it? You know.
Yeah, I mean, I think people thought that way in the late 70s, didn't they?
Yeah,
because there were so many.
Life goes on. Life goes
Yeah,
on.
but with Thatcher, I mean, Britain says, sprung back. But I've just had enough. I mean, at the end of the day, I think once you get into your 60s, we're all on borrowed time. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You can go anytime.
Yeah.
So I want to play out my years in the sun, basically.
Yeah.
Can I just say?
I hope it all goes well for you.
Okay, just say to Ian Barb. Barb says good night, Eddie. She's on a 5 a.m. start at Asda in the morning. She asks if you can ring in sick for her. Okay, well, sleep well, Barb, and hopefully we'll all meet up again in Thailand. Okay, thanks for joining us. So anyway, so Barry, so yeah, absolutely, I think it'll be okay. But like I say, you could make a good point about some of those smaller Thai towns. They are kind of dull. Some of the ones that I've passed out, I wouldn't want to stay too long. But then again, you know, to go back to what you said about you can't be partying there all the time. I mean, my plan is to live it up in some of those entertainment places like Bangkok and Pattaya, and then hold back for maybe a month at a time.
I think people realise what a small area the entertainment area is in Thailand, particularly.
Yeah.
You know, they think the whole of Bangkok is one big party. It's not.
No. There's a hell of a lot more to it. So anyway, so let me just have a little look through it. Anyway, Barry, do you want to talk about anything else?
No, that's all I can think of at the moment.
Oh, okay. Okay, well, anyway, Barry, it's great of you to phone in anyway, and you're welcome anyway. It's always nice. That is. Oh, okay, absolutely. So that is Barry from Nottingham, and it's nice of him to call in anyway, and it's terrific if you call in. Thanks for a geologist. That sounds wonderful. Okay, that call's ended anyway. There, that call's ended. So that was Barry from Nottingham. Great for him to phone in, and what a nice guy he was. Okay, so if I get up that off the screen right now, it's squeaky door time. Back in a minute. Oh. Oh. Okay. Here we go. Okay, squeaky door time. Steady Eddie back. Okay, so anyway, apologies if I've missed out on some of the comments. I waffle on a bit and I missed quite a lot, but there's been some good comments. So anyway, I'll just skip through these ones. Carl D says buying a bar girl a drink is all part of the Pattaya experience. it is, but it is, but you know, something tells me that you know it's getting a bit old hat, isn't it? You know, it's getting a bit old hat. Of course, if you, we all like to go in bars, and if you meet the bar girls and you like it, then you know you want to buy you know, a lady's it. But when you've done that so many times, it's all a little bit it's all a little bit old hat. You know, I'm thinking another way. I'm thinking of another way. You know, as in. Let me just say here a moment. Let me just say. Okay, let's get over there. I'm thinking of another way, really, of you know, getting girls in Thailand. So I mean, those apps that they have. I mean, I've never actually tried any of those, but I will be trying them in the future. And plus, bar fines and ladies, it's all getting too expensive. Really, you can't be doing that all the time. Jenny and Jones, Eddie made me laugh about the handcuff lock, but I wouldn't be bloody laughing. So you know, Miss Whiplash tied me to a bedpost. I wouldn't be bloody laughing. Far from it. Let's see. Hard Tulip, are you buying a bar in Pattaya? No, not on the menu. My YouTube channel is I want to. I'm quite excited at the prospect of my YouTube channel becoming full time for the first time, because up to now I've only really been part time. I mean, the problem with being a travel vlogger is that when you're not traveling, it's difficult to make videos. Whereas from January onwards, when I head abroad, I'll be making videos right throughout the year, and I'll be doing live streams and all this kind of stuff. So I will be a full time vlogger. And as for buying a bar, no. Who wants to be stuck at a bar all bloody day? I don't. Definitely not me. This doesn't sound like a very good life. Paul Hoskin being smutty again. Yeah, okay, Paul Hoskin being smutty again. Kipax, Eddie, will you raffle a squeaky door off? That'd be an idea, wouldn't it? Yeah, a hard tulip. Ed, what's the stupidest thing that you did on vacation abroad? I don't do stupid things. The stupidest thing I did on vacation abroad. Okay. I'll hold my hands up. The stupid thing I done was actually in Turkey on the flight home, when I realized that I had to have one of those passenger location form things, and I didn't realize I had to have it, and I couldn't board me flight, and it seemed like a bit of a Mr. Bean sketch, but that was, hopefully all that shite won't return again. You know. Woody Forrest is here. Nice to hear from you. Okay, thank you, mate. Martin Ryder, Lisa Dale gives me the horn. In fact, everything gives me the horn except my wife, Valerie. Oh, well, we won't get personal. Sean Harris, nice to hear from you, Sean. Good evening, Ed, and all in the chat. A little late to the party. Have I missed much? No, not much. Nice to hear from you. Matty Gorman, I'm moving on to Hua Hin in February. Can't wait, Eddie. Hua Hin is a good town. A lot of people say that, yeah, a lot of people love Hua Hin. A lot of people say it's their favorite place in Thailand. It's a good, that is Hua Hin behind me there. That's Hua Hin. Good for you, mate. Well done. Well done. Good for you. Sean Harris is off to Vietnam on Sunday. Oh, good for you, mate. Good for you. Yeah, you're in Vietnam on this Sunday. Oh, well, you'll be packing now, won't you? You'll be packing. So if you want to quickly come on StreamYards, I can send you the link for a brief while, or whatever, and maybe you can tell us all about that. Good for you, Sean. Land Water, thank you once again for that super chat. Cheers for that, mate. Anyway, thank you. Sean Harris, Ed, what's the back catalogue of your Vietnam vids? Oh, that's very, very kind of you. That's very kind of it. Thanks for that, mate. Simon Goodison, Thai girls probably are as good as they were if you're willing to spend a lot of money. Yeah, okay, I'll go with that. But then if you'd have to spend a lot more money for them, then they're not as good as they were, aren't they? That's the way it is. Richie Rich, regarding your retirement in Southeast Asia, a few people have been blacklisted and not allowed in Thailand because they travelled in and out of the country too many times in a year period. Yeah, well, just make sure that you don't do it. You know, you've got to be respectful of the immigration rules, and you've got to be up to date and make sure you get it right. Because if you make a mistake, then they're not going to accept the mistake. You either done wrong or you haven't done wrong, basically. Yogi Bear, the airlines have to make sure about things as it's them that gets a large fine from Thai immigration. Okay. Kipax, just rent, at least you can move around. Yeah, that's the idea. I look at videos of condo rentals and some of them look really good. Some of them look really good. Like I say, I was looking at For Real. They have a very, very good YouTube channel in Thailand. And what I learned from their video the other day is that Kampot, even though Kampot is a town that I like, it's not as good for renting apartments as Siam Reap. So, John Smith, will you miss England, Eddie? I lived there for 20 years back in England now. I hate it so much. Will I miss England? I clearly don't belong here. I'll miss this, the co-op diet ginger ale. I'll miss this, definitely. There'll probably be things about England that I'll miss, but then England's not the country it's not the country for me anymore. Definitely not. If it was, I'd be staying there. Sean Harris, Ed, will you get a Thai driving license when you retire? No, I don't want to drive a car. I don't want to do that in Thailand. I really, really don't. I mean, vehicles are too much hassle. Yeah, it's too much. No, I don't really want to do that. I was in Jim Andrews' car. Jim Andrews, that excellent YouTuber, and I met him in Wahen, and I was in his car, and I said, "How do you find driving around Thailand?" He said, "The problem is that those motorcyclists, they're the problem. Yeah, they're the problem when you're driving a car in Thailand, and I can do without all of that. Really, that'd be more of a headache than anything else." Cats and Good Coffee. Buy a rooftop property to have parties with your subscribers. Oh, that would be nice, wouldn't it? Kipax, I seen Eddie in the windmill. Did you? Well, what were you doing there then? If you seen me there, then that means that you were there as well. Good place. I find it a little bit over. It's not my favorite go-go bar, but good place nonetheless. Smashed. Who would like to read your book if they did an adult Jack and Ori version of it on TV? Smashed. Who would you like to read your book if they did an adult Jack and Ori version of it on TV? That's a good question. That. Let me just put my book on there once again. Who would I Smashed? Who would you like to read your book if they did an adult Jack and Ori version of it on TV? An adult Jack and Ori. Oh, who would I like? Who would I like? An adult, a female. I would have thought. I don't think I'd like a bloke. I'd like a sexy female. I'll tell you what I watched the other night. I watched that old movie. It's 40 odd years old now. That film, An American Werewolf in London, and I watched that movie the other day, and that was made by John Landis. Not my favorite film director, but he was very, very popular at the time. But he liked showing titties in his films. He liked to fill his film, full of titties, didn't he? And there was some scenes in American Werewolf in London where they're in this porn theatre, and they're showing a movie with Lindsay Drew, you know, the porn queen. Well, not so much porn. I mean, softcore porn, you know, but she was in Men's Magazine, that sort of stuff. And Jesus, I mean, the knockers on her, the knockers on her. I mean, they look like the kind of real, non-silicon, real titties that you just don't see in this day and age. You know what I mean? So anyway, you're talking about an adult Jackanory, and I'm talking about titties. There must be something in that anyway. Let me see. Okay, so Martin Ryder, afternoon tea at the beer garden. I love the beer garden. Ian Bowden, I've heard that dope in Thailand may soon get a U-turn in its legality. I don't want to be surrounded by dope heads when on holiday. Piss heads are bad enough. I think dope heads are probably not as bad as pee heads, to be honest with you. You know. I mean, I don't do it, so I don't have a problem with it. Yeah, let's see. Ian Bowden, on my clues, does dope only make the user more friendly and laid back? I've known a few dope heads, and I don't want to meet them again, to be honest with you. Singapore, Bhutan. Depends on you and the girls and how many decades you've been traveling to Thailand to compare the women over the years. Okay, fair comment. We'll I'm well behind in a chat. I'll get up a little bit. If anyone wants to phone in for another phone call, you're welcome. That's the number there. It's not a scam phone call, so don't worry about it. Somebody's trying to phone in. Somebody's trying to phone in here. Okay, I'll put the phone down there. So, hang on a minute. Where am I? Get your act together, boyo. Get your act together. Okay, somebody's trying to phone in there. So let's see. Okay, where are we now? Let's see. Richard Leinart. Will you arrange health insurance when you move to South? I'm going to arrange something, definitely. So okay, I'll just skip through this. Apologies, remember, I'm behind time. Let's see. Dubs Dolby. Hi, Eddie. Thai or Cambodian girls? Which are your preferences? Well, you know, I have a strong affection for Cambodian girls because I met some wonderful girls. Because when I was going to Cambodia on a regular basis for many years, I knew a lot of Cambodian girls, and a lot of them were absolutely fantastic. And I do have a high regard for Cambodian girls. Okay, here we go. Good evening.
Hello, there's your favourite caller, John Mitch.
Okay, John Mitch. Nice to hear from you, John. Nice to hear you. John Mitch lives in Ireland, and he visits Thailand and other countries and Colombia quite a lot. So we've had some great calls with John Mitch in the past. So anyway, how are you keeping, John?
Oh, keeping very well. Wrapped up in an electric blanket because it's getting cold.
Really, an electric blanket? Oh, God, is it really that cold? I mean, I live in Devon, you know, and I don't think it's.
Oh, you got palm trees down there.
Well, they do have palm trees. I've heard the correct name for them is actually cabbage trees. It's like everything else here. It's fake, but the Devon countryside is magnificent. You know, there's no doubt about that. It isn't too cold here right now, and anyway, at least we haven't got that just yet. But anyway, I mean, what did you want to talk about, John? I mean, about Thailand.
Well, actually, what I wanted to talk about is the finances, banking situation.
Yeah.
Going to Thailand.
Yeah.
The most important things is to have multiple ATM cards.
Yes.
Because you never know, those Thai bank machines can always swallow up an ATM card.
Yeah.
And if you haven't got an extra ATM card, you kind of stuck up the proverbial.
Really? Yeah, you're up S Creek without a paddle, you mean, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, God Almighty, that's a good point. You've got to be careful, haven't you?
And also keep your ATM cards separate from each other.
Yeah.
Don't keep them together, because if you lose one, then you can fall back on the other.
Oh, okay.
And I can suggest, right, 2 ATM cards that you should carry with you to Thailand. That's the WISE card, WISE, WISE, and Revolut.
Well, okay. To be honest with you, John, I haven't at this stage. I haven't really thought about Thai, currency in Thailand right now. That's a subject that we need to explore right now. So somebody said to me today, like, the pound's rising against the dollar. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. It's not rising. Don't forget, in Cambodia, I'll be using dollars. I mean, they still use dollars an awful lot, but the currency is something. I still have a UK bank account. Maybe I will get a Thai bank account or whatever. We'll see about. I'll do all that sort of stuff when I'm out there. But yeah, you got to be careful.
Well, if you have bank account,
yeah,
money from WISE Thai bank account,
yeah.
ASICON,
It's the phone doesn't seem to be working very well. John keeps cutting out. Let's see, you still there, John? Yeah. I think we just lost John Metz there. I think we just lost him there. I think that phone. That maybe it's my end. Maybe the phones are the phone lines are not very good at this end. But thanks for John for phoning us in and for calling in anyway. And he said he's always welcome. We had some great phone calls with John Mitch. Unfortunately, he's cut out there anyway. So he may just phone us back. Let me see. Here we go. Here's John Mitch back again. Okay. He's back on the air. It's great to have him here. Anyway, so would you recommend that I get a Thai bank account, John?
Yeah, you go to you get it with Casicon, because I'll tell you how you get it. Okay, even on a tourist visa.
Yes.
When you got yourself settled into an apartment,
yeah.
Right, the apartment owner has to register you with the immigration.
Yes.
Okay. And what you do, you get from the owner, a printout of your address registration printout with immigration.
Yeah.
You can print it out. Then you go to immigration and you get a letter from them confirming your address.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
So with that confirmation of your address, then you can go to Casicon Bank and they'll open an account for you.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that sounds fair enough.
All right. And I was about to say, right, if you have a WISE bank account, right?
Yeah.
To transfer money from your WISE account to your Casicon account takes all of 3 minutes.
Really?
Yeah. So when you hit the send button, it takes about 3 minutes to hit your Casicon account.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So a WISE account. I haven't delved into that yet. I mean, how do I open a WISE account exactly? Do I do it in?
Just go look up WISE Money, WISE
Yeah.
Money, right? And it's a multi-currency account. You can hold money. You can change money, into Thai baht or US dollars or whatever you want.
Yeah.
All right. and then when you're ready to transfer it, you can just transfer it over.
Yeah.
Yeah. But the benefit of having a Thai bank account and Wise is that each time you withdraw with your Thai bank account, you're not paying the £5 each time to withdraw your money.
Okay, that's fair enough, isn't it?
Yeah. I mean, when you think about it, how many times a month do you withdraw money using a foreign ATM card?
Yeah.
It adds up, 20, 30 quid a month.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's a good massage.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. So do I open a Wise account when I'm in this country?
Yes, you open it here now.
Yeah.
And also open a Revolut account, because your Revolut account is your backup. Okay. And with those accounts, you can transfer to your Thai bank account anytime you want. All right.
Yeah.
And also with the ATM cards, as I said, keep them separate. All right. One in your baggage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You lose one, and you can transfer money between the two accounts.
Yes. Yeah. I have heard that before, but you know what? I haven't even delved into bank accounts and that sort of stuff just yet. I haven't even thought about that. But John, you give great information, and I will be looking into that. I will be taking your advice there. I'll open a Wise bank because I have heard about it before, and also the backup Revolut bank. So I will be looking into that definitely. Still another couple of months to go yet. So thanks for that advice anyway.
So it is. I think it's important, for people going out there to Thailand, even, if you're going out for just a couple of months or whatever. Yeah. Excuse me. Just remember, with a tourist visa, you can open a Capricorn. If you get the confirmation that you're registered with the apartment owner has registered you with immigration, go to immigration, get the letter which they issue confirming your address is registered in Thailand, and then you can go to the bank with your passport and that letter, and they'll open a bank account for you.
That sounds brilliant. See, on the Steady Eddie channel, we have some great callers here, and John Mitch is a terrific caller. So that is really, really good advice, that, John. And I will be taking that advice. I will be looking into that, opening a Wise account. I mean, the thing is, the problem with it when anywhere starts asking you for passports and all that, passwords and backup password, it does me head in, really. I know all the passwords for my bank account stuff and and all that kind of stuff, but I will definitely be looking into that. I don't like to have too many accounts because it gets confusing. I get confused, but definitely that I will be opening a Wise account and a Revolut account. So thanks for that anyway. Appreciate that.
Okay. So that's basically all I wanted to talk about, Also, stay away from the bars, Eddie.
Yeah.
Stick to Thai friendly. Oh, there you go. I've got something else to tell you.
Yeah, okay, Thai friendly.
With Thai friendly, if you sign up with Thai friendly, on your Revolut account, you get disposable debit cards.
Oh, really? Right? Really?
Right. They're virtual debit cards. Right. And if you sign up with Thai friendly, make sure you use the disposable debit card.
Yeah.
Why? Because Thai friendly don't seem to want to leave you, right? They'll, if you sign up for a 3-month thing, they'll keep billing you every 3 months.
Really?
even if you tell them no, right? They seem to get. So with a disposable virtual debit card, you can just cancel the debit card, and that's it. They can't charge you anymore.
So with regards to charge, I mean, what exactly the Thai friendly charges to join? What is the going rate?
I can't remember what it is at the moment, but it's not a great amount, you know. It's much less than 1 bar fine.
Yeah.
and you get, you know, you can contact many prospective horizontal aerobic instructors.
Yeah.
But you know, usually I sign up for 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, just before I go, and even if you sign up without paying, right? You're allowed to contact some of the prospective girls, but not all of them. You know, probably about 1 in 10 you can contact.
Yeah.
And some of the girls, they advertise their Line messenger app ID. And that's another thing. You've got to get Line on your phone.
Yeah.
All the girls have Line.
Yeah. I tried Line and I found it was too awkward to register with because he kept asking me questions and then my phone was cutting out before I got to it. I tried Line. I will be making another attempt at that sort of stuff. Definitely.
Good tip with Line. Make sure you switch off the Wi-Fi on your phone.
Yeah.
All right. You should not be connected to Wi-Fi when you're registering with Line because the confirmation doesn't come back to you while you're on the Wi-Fi. So stop your Wi-Fi and just use the ordinary connection.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's good advice. There's still plenty for me to do, but you know what you've discussed about bank accounts and Thai friendly and Line and all that. There's plenty of stuff. There's plenty of stuff to make videos about because it sounds like great information. So I really appreciate your information anyway today, John. Anyway, that's really good. Like you say, I will be. Before I go, and it's going to be like 3 months yet, but I will be getting a Wise bank account with the Revolut as a backup. I'll definitely be checking that out anyway.
Yeah, you want to do it as soon as possible because sometimes it takes a week to get the account up and running.
Yeah.
Sometimes for one reason or the other, it might take a month.
Yeah.
You know, they'll come back and ask you a question or, you know, provide this, you know, an electric bill that's been issued within the past 3 months.
Yeah.
You know, same old crap, but, you know.
Yeah.
Do it as soon as possible.
Okay, I will do. Listen, John, thanks for your call. It's been a great informative call. That's John Mitch, everybody. He's got a lot of information and you know, about Thailand, and I've learned some great information there about Wise. I've heard about Wise before, but John has explained it better than anyone else has explained it. So I'll definitely be checking that out. So anyway, thanks for calling, John, and please call again. Okay.
You're right. You're welcome.
Okay.
Goodbye to everybody.
Okay.
Keep warm.
Okay, good for you, mate. And anyway, see you soon, and have a great weekend, mate. Okay, all the best.
Bye.
Cheers. Okay, so that was John Mitch, another great caller. I think that's just about all the calls we'll have. We've had a couple of great callers tonight. We've had Barry from Nottingham and John Mitch, and you know, it's nice, you know, for people. John Mitch's phone many a time before, so that proves that that phone call is not a scam. It's fairly okay. It's whatever you normally pay for your phone call. I'm just going to grab myself another ginger beer. Oh, here we go. So let's see now. Let's see now. Stephen Tutty. Good evening, folks. Wahim was recently voted top 5 places to retire. Wahin is a good place. It's a good town. Really, really good town. It's probably not the most exciting place if you're going for a nightlife bashing or all that kind of stuff. But it's a good place, definitely. Let's see. Charlie says, Eddie, what did your flight cost? It's a return ticket and it cost about £550, which I thought was extremely reasonable. Robbie Gibson, ever stayed at Blackwoods Hotel in Pattaya? I seem to remember you doing a video about it. I'm staying in December. They just opened the. Oh, I can't remember that one. Can't remember that one. Katsugo Coffee, Eddie and Passport Bros. What is your opinion of the nicest beach in Thailand? Well, I rather like Koh Chang. If you talk about beaches, I think islands are the best place. There's some lovely beaches in Koh Chang, Koh Samet. Koh Samet's got some lovely beaches as well. Lovely stuff. So you don't have to go that far away from Pattaya. Plenty. And of course, the islands, there's some lovely beaches on the islands. Absolutely. Crypto Slacker. I missed you last time, Pattaya. Can you please organise a meeting? I'm hoping to get there by 12. Well, we'll see what I can do. See what we can do. Anyway. Kevin Brooks. Bought your book yesterday. Can't put it down. Great read. Okay, you're talking about this book here. This is it's on Kindle. It's on Amazon Kindle. It's 5 Go to Pattaya, but the paperback will be coming out soon when I can learn how to format it properly for paperback. So anyway, thank you for that, Kevin. Anyway, thank you for that. Let's see. Let's get off it. Ian Bowden says the UK has had its day. The future seems better for East Asia. Okay. Hard tulip. One of the stupidest things I ever did was on my second visit. I was at Bangkok airport and I spent a fortune trying to phone my bank and credit card company on the airport payphone. Oh, that's pretty stupid. I'll tell you what. I'll tell you. I'm glad you mentioned that. Hard tulip. I did do one stupid thing. When I went out to Turkey, I was planning on. I was staying in Turkey for many months when I had the place out there. And the first time I went out there, I phoned a friend back in England with my phone, which was a contract phone, and I ran up a whopping big bill, and I got rid of that bloody contract, and that was a fairly dumb thing to do. Seaside Freddy, Eddie, what's the first thing you're going to do when you get there? Breathe a sigh of relief that England is behind me. I don't know. I really don't know. Really don't know. Sean Harris, I will try and live stream from Vietnam when I get there. Oh, good for you, mate. Anyway, Crypto Chris Card. Jenny Agutter was in that film, An American Werewolf in London. Oh, she's got a good looking woman. Absolutely. Nice and hairy. She wasn't afraid to show her hairy, womanly bits in many movies in those days. Paul Augusta, what day is your book out? It is out on Amazon Kindle right now. It is, if you type that into Amazon, 5 Go to Pattaya, it comes up. The paperback, I'm hoping to get that out in the next week or so, but it's got to be all right, spot on. McLaren F1, 5 Go to Plymouth. Why the hell would anyone want to go there? Yeah, Crypto Slacker Rob. American Werewolf in London is a great movie, really, really funny. It's still highly enjoyable, but that's about 42 years old. That movie. That's ancient. That movie. Jesus, their life just passes by. Andrew Hammond, Eddie, didn't John Landis direct the Blues Brothers? I believe he did. That wasn't one of my favorites, but a lot of people loved that movie, but it wasn't one of my favorites. What was it called? Ernest Connell, knockers ain't what they used to be. Absolutely. I mean, I was watching that film and I seen that clip of Lindsay Drew and, getting their bit Bristol Rovers out. My God, you don't see knockers like that anymore. Not real ones, anyway. Stephen West, I just gave you 5 stars on Amazon. Well, okay. There you go. You gave this 5. That is very, very kind of you. That's very, very kind of you, Stephen. I do appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. Yeah, smashed. Jack and Ori to titties and natural progression. Okay, sounds wonderful. Sounds wonderful. Yeah, I like that. FR. Ed, have you submitted your boot to the Booker Prize panel yet? No, I haven't. Ian Bowden. Ed, were you saying about having a month on with the party and a month off, etc.? So this was the key, I guess. Let me just say that in the month, if I was to drink, I still wouldn't be, going hell for leather in any months. So I'd probably be drinking half as much as I used to in the months that I do drink. And in the month that I don't drink, I won't be drinking at all. So if you actually work it out, that works out about a quarter of what I used to drink for the course of a year. So I think I'll be all right. It's learning to discipline yourself with the booze. I think I'll be all right. I'm not going to slip back into alcoholism. Let's see. Asian Insider, morning from Bangkok, Eddie. Won't be long until you arrive. Well, it's going to be in the new year. That will come around soon enough. So I hope have a great day, mate. Ernest Connell, I would call, but some chap from Nigeria keeps calling, asking for a loan. Yeah, that's all I'm saying is yeah, sounds about right. Hey, that's a good question, Paul. Ask that one again sometime. Are mongers from different countries the same, or do they do things differently? Never thought about it that way. Never thought about it. John is right about Wise and Revolut. Okay, that sounds great. I'll definitely investigate all of that. Stephen Tutty, good advice, John. Okay, that's terrific. Hard Tulip, he's ahead of us. He's got both cards. Seaside Freddy, use a VPN when making any money transactions on Wi-Fi. I had mine hacked by some guy in South America. Really? Oh well, that's dreadful. Roy Gold, Wise is excellent for me, a must-have. You can even get interest when you leave money in the account. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Wise is excellent for me, a must-have. You can even get interest when you leave money in the account. That is terrific. That is terrific. Thank you for that, Roy. Thanks for that. Yeah, Dutch Farang says 7-Eleven has a minimum spending of 200 baht to be able to pay with a Wise or Revolut card. Very disappointed. One thing I've not, heard much of it. I've got a PayPal account, and I hardly use it. I can't remember the last time I used a PayPal. Eason man, when do you think the phone calls from Thailand tax office will start with Thais with Indian accents, telling you need to pay your tax bill and big joke the boys are on the way to deport you? Okay, fair enough. Roy Gold, yes, a Thai bank account is essential, especially when you apply for the Thai retirement fees. I'm not planning on planning a Thai retirement fees. I'm not planning on that. Let me see now. Yeah, Simon and Simon. Ed Wise used to be TransferWise, just changed the name. Okay, used to be TransferWise. Okay, fair enough. I've heard that. JJ, someone please explain to me who Lisa Dale is. She's a dirty, fat, sweaty, smelly female sex tourist who preys on young men in third world countries. That's what she is. Roy Gold says you have to have an English address to apply for the Wise account. Okay. Okay, so anyway, here we are. Let me see. Anyway, okay, we're going to finish soon anyway. We've been on for an hour and 53 minutes. Mark Saunders, I steady Eddie. Just recently got back from my fourth trip to Pattaya. I had a great time, but girls are relentless for getting their last drinks. Yeah, well, they always were. The difference is that the drinks used to be a lot cheaper. Is an interesting bit. Yogi Bear, Ed, use the account that you have in the UK to open a bank account in Thailand. Sorry, use the account that you have in the UK, open an account in Thailand, and with online banking, you can do your transfer to your X Money account and then transfer it free to Thailand. Okay, this is all very, very good. This is good stuff. Okay, so thanks for that info anyway. So let's just have a little look. Darcy's going to Bangkok in 14 days. Good for you. Roy Gold, Wise isn't a bank, it's a money transfer business. Fair play, fair play. Okay, let me just see if I can get over here. Am I well behind in the chat? Oh, Iron King sent a $5 super chat. Okay, great info, steady Eddie. Okay, thank you, Iron King. Appreciate that. That's very, very kind of you. And Ernest Connell has sent a $4.99 super sticker. Okay, thank you for that anyway, Ernest. That's very, very kind of you. So that's really, really kind of you, lads. Cheers. Thank you. Yeah, let's see. Ian Brown, Ed, what have you got in mind for your very first experience after you've checked into your hotel? Be honest. Dirty massage? Dirty, dirty, dirty massage? Dirty massage? Yeah, I think that's about the first of it, yeah. And no bad overseas. Anyone remember the Kentucky Fried? Yeah, it was bloody good. That had loads of titties in it as well. That was good stuff there. Bill Ding, Lisa Dale and sexy policewoman outfit. Roger or Dodger. Dodger, I'd run a mile barefoot over broken glass to get away. I'd run from here more than I'd run from the police. Let's see, cab over Mike. The UK has lost Michael Gambon recently. R.I.P. the singing detective. Yeah, he was a fine actor, but I was astonished about when I heard that he was 82. I thought he was I thought he was 82 when he was playing the singing detective all those years ago. Yeah, McLaren. Yes, that's 2-bit-wise. Okay. Tune Stephen. Love your work, Eddie. Only advice I give you is just keep on what you're doing. Greetings from Northern Ireland. Oh, that is so nice. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Okay. I'm going to finito now because we've just about touched 2 hours. I think that's just about enough. Johnny Jones, when you do drink, you won't be too bad because it's definitely different when you live there and you will not want to party day in and day out. And that's very, very true. You are quite right there. You are quite right there. Ian Bowden, Lisa Dale has feelings for you, Ed. I'm sure she has feelings. She'd like to feel her bloody chubby hands around my throat. That's the feelings that she has. And Nomad Overseas, actually something that I found useful. If you have a Revolut account, you can have up to 6 cards on the account. Worth having a couple spare with you when you travel, just in case. They link to the same account. Oh, that's good. That's good. This is very, very... I will explore this, definitely. Ian Bowden. Ian Bowden, thanks, Eddie, and those in the chat for an enjoyable Friday evening. Take care, mate. Hope to catch you on Tuesday evening if you want. Well, we'll see what happens with the Steady Eddie live channel because we talk about other things there. And I wasn't up to it this week simply because the news was flooded with what's going on in the Middle East and it's not really appropriate, certainly not on this channel to talk about that. But hopefully I'll be back on the Steady Eddie live Monday at 9. If it's providing me everything's okay, hopefully on the Steady Eddie live channel next Monday at 9 o'clock or Tuesday. And we'll see what happens anyway. It's only dependent if there's plenty to talk about really. But anyway, thanks for joining us, and all the best, mate. Anyway, okay, so I'm going to finish now anyway. I'm going to finito now because we've been on for 2 hours. Listen, guys, thanks for tuning in tonight. I've got about another 11 weeks or 12 weeks, whatever it is, before I depart. I can't wait. I've got my flight booked. I've got my passport. And what else have I got? Well, I've got those 2 things anyway. So anyway, guys, thanks for joining us tonight. Have a great weekend. I'll be back on Steady Eddie Live sometime next week. And hopefully we'll do this next Friday night because on this channel, it's nice for us all to get together anyway. Okay? So have a great weekend, guys. Cheers.